Pretty good. Let's go to a pretty unexciting division. Let's go to the NFC South and talk about that. Mike Dogg, rank your South squads, brother.
You know who I really kind of like a lot this year? I think I like Tampa Bay. Why do I love the Baker? Did you ever hear what Baker did? Maybe I shouldn't share this story. I heard it on it was like a radio story of a girl called in and was like, Baker Mayfield was here for the draft and like hit me up in my DMs and asked me to come meet him behind like a Best Buy and just like asked me to blow him. You didn't hear that story going around? Baker was like, because he was, he's married and shit, she was just like, and they're like, so did you do it? And she was like, yeah, it's Baker Mayfield, right? And I was like, damn, that's crazy. So I think he's got types of swag that, like, he's got that old school Joe Namath, Mickey Mantle swag. Mickey Mantle's got the famous story of getting head in the Yankee bleachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that old school swag. I'm a stud, and I'm going to take the stud perks that go with it. And there's something about the Baker that I just enjoy. And I think the Bucs are going to go like, I don't know, maybe like 12-5, 11-6. I like the Bucs this year. I think Mike Evans, really, if you break it down, because he didn't always have great quarterbacks, he could be a top 5 receiver when it's all said and done. Especially, it depends on what he does these last couple of years.
I don't know about top 5, but I feel he was definitely top 20. He might even be top 20 already as it is. And crazy.
Oh, I think so.
Especially last year. Like he was injured most of the year. Or not most of the year, but he missed that huge chunk in the middle of the year, and he was able to come back with 5 games left and hit the 1,000 again.
Yeah. He could break the record held by Jerry Rice this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Tied for the longest in NFL history. He could break that this year. And he had some trash quarterbacks, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's got over 100 touchdowns, 105 touchdowns. 800 catches, 12,000 yards in his career. Those are pretty good numbers, dude. But anyways, getting a little sidetracked. I do like the Bucs this year. I actually think the Falcons could be good. I think Michael Penix Jr. could be fucking great. I think he could be pretty good too. I could see them being like 10-7. I think Bryce Young, Carolina's getting better. They might get all the way up to like 6 wins. I think the Saints are the worst team in football. I think they're trying to be the worst team in football. I think them and the Colts in the AFC, sorry to bring up my AFC team, are trying to be shitty teams. They both have Manning lineage with Archie Manning and Peyton Manning, and Arch is supposed to be the guy. So I think they're both just like all in on trying to be as bad as they can and getting Big Arch.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the exact same order. I think it's a very uneventful division this year. I think the Buccaneers, that offense, even with Godwin out, and even if I think McMillan's done for the year now, but the offense is still going to be a lot of fun. You got Bucky there. I still love check down city. I think Rachaad White's going to have a role in that offense. And the defense will be solid too. Tampa Bay runs away with that division. I don't know about 12-5, but 11-6, maybe even 10-7. But they run away with that division. Falcons should be okay. 8-9. I mean, maybe see the Falcons pushing 9-8. I don't know. They're a very uninspiring team. They're a very middling team. The Panthers should be better. I can see the Panthers going from 5 to 7 wins. I think they should be better. I think Bryce is going to take that next step. Bryce is going to end up being a really, really good starter in the NFL. It's going to be fun to see. I can't wait to see how he does with Tet. And yeah, the Saints are a putrid, pathetic bunch. I think that they are the worst team in the NFL and should be picking first. That's my order. Only one team making the playoffs from that division, the Bucs.
All right. My turn. NFC South. Whoopee. I'm a little different. I actually have the Atlanta Falcons winning this division this season. I do think Michael Penix he's going to be better than whatever they threw out there with Kirk Cousins last year, and they still went 8-9 on the season. They did have they added a lot free agency on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know if it's going to be a good unit, but maybe average unit, which might be all it takes because the Buccaneers last year were 10-7. I have them coming in second. And the reason I have them coming in second is because I do see that coming back down to earth. They scored 29 points a game last season. They also lost Liam Cohen now, and now they have to adjust to a new offensive coordinator. Baker Mayfield's not throwing for 40 touchdowns again. He's just not. He could be a good quarterback, but that will be his career year touchdown percent-wise. So Baker's probably going to fall back down to about 28, 29 touchdowns this season. And if they were a 10-8 team with the top 4 offense last year, they're probably more closer to a 500 team to me now this year. So I think the gap between Atlanta and Tampa is close, and I think Atlanta more ascending takes over that division this year. Carolina, they're going to come in third. I think they'll be respectable. They also added they did add on the defensive side of the ball, but they also have built a pretty good O-line there for Bryce now. I think he finally has his weapon. I think Tet is going to be a monster receiver for him. So, yeah, I can see 6 wins out of them this year. 6, 7, 8 wins. I mean, that's still good. If they won anything close to 8 wins, they're on the trajectory, which they probably want. Yeah. And then the Saints, who are trading 4th-round picks for wide receivers that most of you probably have never heard of before.
Horrible trade.
Don't know what they're doing, but they are definitely 100% hoping Arch Manning comes out, but he's not. So this is where it gets miserable. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for this, Dylan. Because here's what's going to happen.
I think he comes out.
I don't think he will come out. And I think the Saints are going to tank this year. He's not going to come out. And then they're going to get screwed. They're going to have to take a quarterback that in a class that's probably meh compared to the one that's going to be after it. And then they get stuck in a vicious, repetitive cycle of shit again. Because I think Arch will end up staying. Because I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they'll win a natty. And I think I forgot where it was on. Whatever they were doing, Peyton and Eli were talking about it on ESPN before his dad even came out and said this. And they said it's a Manning law, basically. If you want to go to the pros, you got to go ready. And you have to start 18 games in college football to get the reps under your belt, is what they said. So I think he's going to follow those footsteps. He'll start this year, he'll start next year, and then he'll come out. So they'll get screwed.
I mean, the Saints should be bad.
Arch came out himself though and said that.
What's up?
Yeah, Arch said himself that he was not. He goes, I didn't say that. He said that this week. He's like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, I believe
maybe he's leveraging. Maybe he's wanting.
He might. I just know it was Peyton or Eli. One of the two were on ESPN, and they talked about you have to get the reps. If you go,
I remember.
If you make that jump too quickly, you're screwing yourself over when you get to the bigs. Like you got to get the reps, and they don't need money in that family. Like none of them do. So,
I got a question for you.
Shit ton, anyways.
Where did the Bucks lose Liam Cohen to?
Jags.
Duval.
You should have. He set you up to say it.
Oh, man.
Let's hear your best Duvals, boys.
Duval.
You can't beat that. I'd be like Duval. I'd be like way too into it. I think I'm not.
You just got to be awkward and.
Well, if you're doing Liam Cohen, like movements and such. Yeah. That's the NFC South, though. It's I guess Streetz. You have a different winner, and then do you have the Bucks making the playoffs, or do only the Falcons come out?
I'm torn on this. I might have two. We'll see. In this one, I might.
All
trying
right.
to-
We'll come back to that.